The Red River rivalry was the opposite of the offensive slugfest that was expected before the game. The Texas offense failed to cross this line all but once, and from there on out, Texas had to play catch-up to the Oklahoma Sooners. Kingston already knew what to expect on the football field. His experience playing handball and basketball back in Taiwan helped him prepare for the physicality in the game of football. Despite the 2 losses to Stanford, Coach Elliott now believes the Longhorns have a new benchmark to pursue for the rest of the season. Last time College Game Day came to Austin, the Texas Longhorns beat Texas Tech in 34-24, and that was in 2009. It's year 2019 and College Game Day is back, and the Longhorns fans here just want to see a similar result against the LSU Tigers this weekend. Football is a staple in the state of Texas. Texans play football, watch football, and Texans breathe football. But for Westwood's Kingston Liu, football is a window to U.S. culture when he moved across the Pacific to Austin. I saw a football video on YouTube and I thought it was very cool. So when I came to the U.S., I wanted to try to play football.
Sitting at my conference table, and he pulls out his phone, and he goes, "Coach, I want to play football." And he points to his phone, and he's showing me a YouTube video of a football game. And so he had never seen a football game other than what was on YouTube. So instantly, I thought to myself, does this kid know what he's getting himself into?
Joining the Warriors football team helped Kingston find his footing. When I came here at first, I wasn't familiar with anything and I wasn't good at English, but my teammates were very inclusive and they always asked me to hang out with them and help me get used to the American culture. To make the transition smoother for Kingston, Westwood coach Anthony Wood gave the team specific pointers to help Kingston settle in.
Hey, he doesn't know you. You guys are going to recognize him. Find him today at lunch. Go sit with him. Invite him to come sit with you. Make him feel at home, because right now he doesn't know anybody. Because you know they're missing home. You know they're hating that they had to leave. Regardless of the circumstances on why they're here, so let's make the best of it.
From afar, Kingston's mom, Phoebe Liu, saw a difference in coaching between the U.S. and Taiwan. I think coaches in Taiwan take care of many aspects of the player's life and they're very strict to them. Coaches here in the U.S. are more encouraging and they let the players to become a better version of themselves. Kingston already knew what to expect on the football field. His experience playing handball and basketball back in Taiwan helped him prepare for the physicality in the game of football. Handball practices were very intense too. The fitness trainings were also very tiring. So when I came here, I thought the intensity in practice were very similar to those in Taiwan.
I wasn't worried because in Taiwan, handball was pretty tough too. And then he got hurt sometimes, and his coach was pretty tough on him in Taiwan as well. But of course, the Americans are much bigger than he is.
Second year into the sport, Kingston is already a significant member of the Westwood program, and he'll be fighting for a starting position on the varsity team next year as a senior. At Westwood High School, Daniel Shih, CBS Austin Sports. The Texas program took a step forward last weekend, but by playing bad, according to Tom Herman. The Longhorns squeezed out a win after having 2 punt fumbles against Oklahoma State. Both of them led to a touchdown for the Cowboys.
Tonight we took a step, in my opinion, because we played less than our best and still beat a really, really good football team. Obviously, the punt return game was embarrassing. We've got to do a better job of coaching those situations.
We never gave up. We never said, oh, we made a mistake here. Game over. Like, what are we doing? Showed the fight in us. Obviously, we have to clean up a lot of mistakes that we made. To make those mistakes and still come out victorious is good.
Injuries was a major theme for the Longhorns on Saturday night. Colin Johnson was ruled out right before the game, but Zach Shackelford and Joseph Osai was cleared to play, providing some silver lining. But that didn't last long as linebacker Marcus Tillman was injured on the first play of the game, and OK State's physical play had 4 more Longhorns seeking medical attention.
Next guy up. Herman always preaches, Orlando always, the whole staff always preaches competitive focus. That means if you're not getting the reps, you're getting the mental. So next guy up, somebody goes down to the next guy. There's no drop off. The next guy knows exactly what he's doing, and we're ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, we need those guys to grow up in a hurry and get in the experience they got today. I think we'll expedite that process.
The Longhorns will have a much-needed bye week next weekend before going to Morristown to face West Virginia on October 5th. From the Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, this is Daniel Shih, TSTV Sports. Hi, welcome to Sports Sunday. I'm Daniel Shih. The Texas Longhorns returned to action after a second bye week of the season. A lot of questions surrounding the program after losing to TCU on the road and dropping out of the AP poll for the first time in 21 editions of the ranking. This week, they welcome a red-hot Kansas State team coming off a huge upset against number 5 Oklahoma. Texas looks to get back in the win column this week, but bad start for the Horns. Skylar Thompson gives it to Malik Knowles, posterizes Brandon Jones for a 70-yard touchdown, nothing but green in front of him. Kansas State takes a 14-0 lead. Texas doesn't look good there. Would fight back, though. The Horns would cut the lead in half by halftime. We go to the second half. K-State leads 14-7. Ellinger tosses it to Keontae Ingram, and Ingram goes for the pylon for a 34-yard touchdown, ties the game up 14-14. Early in the fourth quarter, Texas up by 3. Ingram again pushing his way into the end zone. A 12-yard run this time. Texas leads 24-14. And just when the Horns seem to blow it open, Kansas State kick returner Joshua Youngblood takes the ball from goal line to goal line for 6. The Wildcats pulls within 3, and K-State would kick a field goal to tie this game up. And it's all up to Sam Ehlinger and the offense. On the third and long, Ehlinger connects with Duvernay to gain 18 yards and a first down. All of that sets up for Cameron Dicker. 3 seconds left from a 26 yards out. Dicker sends it right down the middle to give Texas the win. Texas wins 27-24. Sports director Bob Ballou has more from DKR. Up north on I-35, Baylor takes on TCU. 9-9 after regulation. TCU needs a touchdown in overtime. 4th and 9. Max Duggan lobs it into Tavalance Hunt. Is he in? Is he in? It looks like he is. His elbow was in. Catch of the year candidate, no doubt. And in third overtime, Charlie Brewer finds Denzel Mims in the end zone for 6. Baylor missed a 2-point conversion, but doesn't really matter because TCU needs a touchdown on 4th and goal. Tried to recreate some magic. Intercepted by Garland Arnold to end the game. Baylor survives a close one at Fort Worth, stays undefeated, and atop of the Big 12. The Bears will stay in Waco next week to take on number 10 Oklahoma. Down there at San Marcos, the Bobcats trying to stay in the fight for a bowl invitation. We start in the third quarter. Bobcats down by 1. Tyler Vick goes to Travis Graham for 6. Fourth quarter, down by 1 again. Joshua Rowland, former Longhorn, takes the Bobcats to the promised land. Texas State takes this one 30-28. In sports, there are great moments. There are classic moments. And then there are bigger than sports moments. Last Tuesday, Andrew Jones had that moment. In January of 2018, Jones was diagnosed with leukemia after averaging 13 points per game and shooting 52% from the field. Jones would only play in 2 more games after the diagnosis and stayed off the court for most of the 2018-2019 season. Last Tuesday, after months of anticipation, Andrew Jones returns to court to play significant minutes. And boy, were they significant. Jones shot 61% from the field, 4 for 5 from beyond the arc against Northern Colorado, and contributed 20 points to Texas's season opening win. Later that night, even Barstool A&M said it was a cool moment on Twitter. Last Friday against number 22 Purdue, Jones hit 6 free throws to ice the game in the final seconds to help Texas earn an impressive win over a ranked opponent. Character is not defined by how one knocks down another. It's defined by how one gets back up. Andrew Jones not only got back up, he got back up and punched cancer in the mouth. This is a story that's bigger than you and me. It's a story that's bigger than the University of Texas. It's a story that's bigger than sports. It's a story about a way of living, the persistence of staying in the fight and winning a fight. It's a story of inspiration for every one of us during our difficult times. Andrew, from everyone at TSTV Sports, congratulations for finishing your fight and congratulations for finding a path back on the basketball court. And finally, thank you for being a source of inspiration for every last one of us. We can't wait to see what you will offer on the court, and we wish you the best of luck this season. Let's toss it back to Jocelyn.